this gentle yoga session, we are going to do movements and postures that will help to strengthen and open the shoulders. And I'm going to use a strap like this in some of the postures. And this is a yoga strap that you can find at almost any yoga store or any place where you would buy a yoga mat or a block. But you can also use just a regular strap, or you could use a man's tie. So let's begin by stretching out our shoulders. So interlace your fingers. Take your left thumb on top of your right thumb, and then press the heels of your hands out. Now, pull the head of your arm bones back into your shoulders. Nice. Now lift up over the head. And feel that stretch, not just from the outside, but all the way from the ribs up to the heels of the hands. Now the tendency is to let the front of the ribs stick out, but so bring the front of your ribs in. Feel that lengthening through the spine. Now take the hands behind you and take the left thumb on top of the right thumb and press the thumbs back down into the mat. Pull the shoulders back. Feel that stretch across the chest. Feel that stretch across your shoulders. Again, bring the front ribs in. The tendency is to press the ribs way out. And then take the hands back out in front of you. This time put your right thumb on top of your left thumb. Press through the heels of the hands. Again, press the head of your arm bones back into your shoulders. Now take your arms up. Reach through the heels of your hands. And again, feel that stretch from the bottom of your ribs all the way up. Breathe. Now take the arms behind you. This time place your right thumb on top of your left thumb. Interlace the hands and press down through the heels. Lift the heart a little more. Take your chin up a little. Again, take the front ribs in so that this opening is through the shoulders, through the heart center. Breathe. Take your hands down alongside and take your left arm up. Reach up to the sky. Turn the palm towards your head. Stretch up. Again, feel the stretch starting all the way down here into the hips. So it's not just from the outside of the shoulders. Now reach out with your right hand. Keep the hand on the floor. Reach out with the right hand and come over slightly. Again, let's not over effort. We're just starting the session, so let's not go too deep into this. Then come back up and simply change sides. Take the right arm up and again reach all the way from the bottom of the rib. Feel that length. Now reach out with your left hand and come over. Good. Breathe. Take the right arm down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Take the left arm up. Reach up to the top. Reach over with the right arm, and maybe this time you come a little further. Again, don't let your body fall forward. Keep this nice length. It's more important to lengthen through here than to get very far over. Come back up and change sides. Take the right arm up. Reach out with your left hand. Reach to the side and then come over. Feel the lengthening through the ribs. Come back up to the top. And now come on to all fours. And move into a modified plank, using a blanket if you're protecting your knees. So let's move into a modified plank and look to see that your shoulders are right over your wrist. Make sure that you're not letting your back drop. Press down into the mat. Feel the strength that you get by pressing away. Now let's add a little tiny push-up. So keep the elbows in as close as you can. Come down a little, come back up. Now go ahead and press back into child's pose. And let's do that again. Come into a modified plank. Again, check to see that the wrists are facing forward, your hands are spread, and let's have another little push-up. Come back down, great. And then again, come into a modified plank. Again, let's do one more push-up. And make sure as you do that, you bring your elbows into your body as close as you can. And you just see your hips are not sinking down below your heart. And press back into child's pose. Nice job. This time come into a modified plank. And we're going to come all the way down. But we're going to let our heart come down before our hips. Keep the elbows in as close as you can. And come all the way down. Stay right here. Walk your feet back. Stay on the tops of your toes. Bring your elbows in towards each other. Lift your heart. Come into Cobra. Press through the heart. Pull the shoulders back. Feel that opening even through the shoulders here. Press through the heels of your hands and come back into child's pose. Nice job. And let's do that one more time. Let's move into a modified plank. And again, take the hands right under the shoulders. Bring the heart center down before you bring the hips down. So keep the hips lifted and come all the way down, protecting your back. Keep your hands right here alongside and lift up into Cobra. So pressing out through the heart, feel that length all the way through the toes. Keep your gaze down just a little bit. So you feel that same line of energy running through the back all the way back down to the feet. Press through the heels of your hands, come back into child's pose. Take a breath here. We're going to move into a wide-legged down dog. So come up on your knees and take your feet about to the edge of the mat. Turn your toes under, and then lift the hips and press into down dog with wide legs. Keep your knees bent initially. Find that nice long line from the head, the spine, all the way up through the hips, lifting your hips high, but keeping your ribs in towards the back of your spine. Press in the hands. And take the outer edges of your armpits towards the mat. Feel that opening between the shoulder blades. Come down on your knees. Come back into child's pose. Now, lift your wrist and come up on your fingertips. Now, draw the outer edges of your arms towards the mat. I want you to feel as you do that. This opening between the shoulders. Nice. One more time, let's come into down dog with wide legs. So take the hands back down, spread your palms, take your toes to the edge of your mat, and lift back up. Press in with the hands. Take the outer edges of your armpits towards the mat. Nice. Straightening the legs is simply bringing the heels towards the mat. It's not that important. What we'd rather have is this nice, long, diagonal line. Don't let your hips, your ribs sink. Yeah, keep that flatness in the back. Come on down to the knees. Press back in the child's pose.